Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is B. Avery here, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Just My Opinion, where we are talking Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Episode 2, titled Reaping and Sowing. And yes, that is the title right there on IMDb. I just want to know how y'all are feeling about the show so far, creator Sasha Penn. Let me show you my face. I'm just going to go ahead and say I am absolutely loving this show so far. This is just going to be my spoiler recap. If you have not seen episode 2, if you're not caught up, I'm going to talk spoilers left, right, in and out as if you've already seen it. So go watch it, then come back to me, subscribe, all that good stuff. You have been warned. Now, this is not going to be a play-by-play of the entire episode. That is coming. I think I'm going to start doing that next episode, in episode 3, where I'm going to wake up kind of early, give my initial thoughts of each episode by myself, and then later on in the morning or in the afternoon, maybe 12 p.m. CST, I haven't exactly decided yet, I may bring in another guest, do it live, and then we do like a scene by scene breakdown of the show. But I'm loving this so far, Reaping and Sowing. It's a pretty good show. And the reason why I have to say that and stress that so much is I really wasn't looking forward to the show. Now, I like Power. I was late to the party. I started binging it in season 5, the first one with Ghost. And then, that was my experience. Part 2 was pretty good. With Tariq, he was a horrible character, redeemed himself, and now we're on part 3. I wasn't really interested because I never liked Kanan as a character. He was a disgusting, despicable being to me. And also, this is a prequel. But so far, I mean, this is off the chain. I just have to be honest. Now, it's not all the way perfect. But one of the things that I did like about the last episode is that we had the narration with 50 Cent's character, Kanan, because we know what happened to him in the first Power series or whatever. And he was just like saying, hey, what did he say exactly? Like, how my story ended, now begins. Now he was like, how it ended, now begins. And this is the middle. And so real quick, before I get into this episode, we saw how the last one ended. Kanan, like an idiot, went up and started shooting people. He shot a buck 20 on the block, killing Davina's boyfriend, his crush, and that almost started a war, And as we see in this episode, right? Well, and that's in the first episode, his mama, Raquel, Rock, is like, "What are you doing? You're up here creating beef. I done already gave up the corners and stuff. Sit your ass down." You know what I'm saying? So that is where this episode picks off right here. Actually, Reaping and Sowing, it picks up 50, what's his name? Kanan is laying in bed looking at the stars or the neon lights he held up on the ceiling, right? And again, we have that strong narration by 50 Cent that I'm loving. And he's talking about cause and effect and Sir Isaac Newton, getting really philosophical. I'm feeling all that. Now, the next scene where we have Kanan at the breakfast table in the morning, and his mom, Patina Miller, who is doing a great job, is his mom, Raquel. She's doing phenomenal so far. What was frustrating to me is now in the past episode, Larry was on the show and he was talking about how, he really wasn't feeling the show. And I disagree with him in saying that Kanan didn't really have a good reaction or remorse to actually killing somebody for the first time. I disagree with him, but after seeing episode 2, Reaping and Sowing, I have to agree with Larry a little bit more because Kanan's mom, Rock, said, "Hey, it's only been a few days. The block is still hot. They're going to be coming to get you." He over there just eating, "Yup, I'm good, yup. All right, I'm going to be good, mama." She's like, "Bro, you need to take this serious, son." You're like, I'm going to be all right. First of all, ain't no way in hell that if my mom is sitting down with me, after she done cooked me breakfast for one, and she's trying to talk to me about something serious, and I'm letting that stuff go through in one ear and out the other, she would knock my head off, put it back on, and knock it off again. I don't know where all this disrespect is coming from, but that just needs to stop. And I'm kind of surprised by Patina's character because from episode 1, it seemed like she wouldn't take that crap. You know what I'm saying? Like if anybody crossed her, disrespected her, whatever, I mean, the white woman at the club pissed her off. She putting dogs in microwaves. You know what I'm saying? So I seriously doubt that she gonna let her son just have a little attitude like that and, yada, yada, yada. And so that was just really interesting to me. I was kind of like, why is she allowing this? Why is she not getting on his ass? Like, "Hey, boy, you better listen to me." She would just be like, I'm scared. And I understand. Well, I can sympathize. I can't empathize. I'm not a woman, nor do I have a child. But you know, she thinks he's gonna get shot. Somebody dropped something off, and I'll drive you. And I do like the fact that they was in the car. She was like, "There's nothing wrong with being afraid or being fearful, because that can keep you on your toes. It can keep your head on the swivel." All that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? That can keep you alive. And she was like, "I'm scared," and he said that he was scared too. So that is something that I do like right there. But with him being so nonchalant at the table and just acting like he didn't just murder somebody for the first time 3 days ago, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But you know, but it is what it is. Also, his friend Derek D. Weave, which we'll find out what happened to him at the end. I think his name was D. I can't remember if it was D. I know it's D. I can't remember if it was Derek or D. Weave. Please let me know down in the comment section below, respectfully. I've only seen the episode once at this time. He seemed like he didn't give an F at all either. You know, Kanan had to check him like, "Hey man, you talking about all this out loud is not going to help anything." Now, it's also just crazy, right? Kanan was cheesing over his second grade crush, Davina. She was all pretty and fine, of course, from his narration, and you know, and Buck 20 was her dude. It just seems so crazy that, you know, I guess he just, the ultimate hater or whatever. You know, I've been liking her since, you know, elementary. And you go shoot him on the block, and then that's just crazy. You murder the guy who has the girl that you want, and then you can't even be truthful. I mean, her whole demeanor would change. She was all happy and like, "Oh yeah, I'm Davina." And now, you know, her dude is dead. You know, she knocking off people at school or whatever. That's what's up. You know, she's pretty and she can fight. I like women that can box. That's dope as hell. But Kanan not even being honest with her. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect him to be, but it's just a effed up situation. Now, when Davina's mom came in there, I didn't like the principal. Y'all let me know what y'all thought down below. Her acting was just a little off. It wasn't just bad. It just didn't seem like she was in the same space as everybody else in, you know, the room, in the scene, on set. Everybody else was like at level 7. She was at level 13. And then her mom came in there, Davina's mom, like, "I don't have any help. I'm raising my 2 girls and I don't have a man." That line of dialogue just kind of seemed out of place. I just don't like, I don't know. I mean, I understand, you know, her lifestyle, and I feel sorry for you and other people like that have to hold it down by themselves. But between either the principal or the superintendent or whatever administration leader or supervisor she was, the black lady, tell me, "Let's come in the office." I'm like, "Yeah, just go in the office." She pull out, well, really, we don't nobody in the office anyway, but the principal or the superintendent, whoever she was, and Davina's mom or whatever, that just really was kind of, they were just kind of weird to me. Now, I know who Joey Badass is. I reviewed his film that won the Oscar, the short film on Netflix, When Strangers Cross or something like that. It didn't click to me that was him until the second episode. I'm like, my goodness gracious. And I think somebody said that in the live when we was talking about episode 1. Maybe it just hit me or whatever. I don't know. Oh my God, I think my camera's crooked, but we're going to try to fix that real quick. Sorry guys, that's all right. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. That's better. We gonna do that right there. Sorry. Ghetto recaps over here. No. And so, yeah, that's neat. The other, you know, drug dude or whatever, drug dude, drug lord. Y'all can tell I don't move weight. He was like, "Yeah, man, you talking about no security? I'm circling the cemetery or whatever they were for 30 minutes to make sure." I know he can act, but I just kind of want him to, you know, kind of tone it down just a little bit. He just too cool. He too cool for school. Just, you know, just kind of you know, tone it down just a little bit, my bro. Tone it down. But overall, I do like him. I do like his role. I can tell from top that he seems like so far one that really thinks about the repercussions or the consequences before his action. You know, it's like, okay, you know, cause and effect, reaping and sowing. Because he has every right to want to go to war with, actually, no, I'm going to take that back, because I was about to say, I know he's mad that one of his dudes, friend, Buck 20, was dead, and he's not just popping off right now at Rock, you know, trying to start a war. He's trying to talk things out. Okay, so since your son Kanan messed up, we get to have all these corners, these streets, these blocks, yada, yada, yada. So I was going to say that, like, hey, he not screaming and hollering and stuff like that. He trying to keep his cool and not start a war. So I like him for that. But in the first episode, I do remember him sending his guns through and shooting bullets in the air. And they did try to execute Kanan at the same time at the end of episode 1, which I don't blame him for. I mean, they had an agreement, him and Rock, and she royally effed it up. Whether, the only thing that she could have done is maybe communicated with her son even more. But at the same time, he just way overstepped. I mean, he wasn't even in the game yet. And the first thing he do to get in the game, not sell a dub, sack, a eighth or whatever. But he want to go kill somebody on territory that's not even his, like she said in this episode, man, you got to walk before you run. This new dude needs to learn how to crawl backwards, before he can stand on his 2 feet, because he just messing all kind of stuff up. Now, I was talking earlier, about his nonchalant attitude that was just really kind of pissing me off. Now, I hope we don't get no more Tariq vibes from the first Power, because everybody, including me, I wanted to punch him in his chest, Tariq, because he was acting a dumbass. Now, Kanan ain't doing this stupid stuff as Tariq was in that first show. Hopefully we don't get there. We know he lives and all that. So, we just gonna need to see. But I like that Neek is like, hey, man, the streets need a body. I can only control my guys, but I don't have control over regular civilians. You know what I'm saying? So the streets needs a body. You know how this works. I can control my dudes, but I feel them. I feel them. You know what I'm saying? If somebody murdered my brother off some stupid stuff, or some man, hey, man, I'm sorry I murdered your brother, but we're going to give you a few blocks. No, I don't know. That's just not enough for me right there. Now, how y'all feeling about All My Ips? How y'all feeling about this dude right here? I'm not in love with him so far. Who is he playing? Howard. He is playing Howard. Good old All My Ips right now. I really wasn't feeling him in episode 1. He just seemed, his presence was just very jarring. I do like the actor as a performer. I don't think, besides this right here, I don't ever think I've saw something I was like, oh, Omar Epps sucks. But he's apparently he's a crooked cop, because he's going in there to Joy Badass, to Reek, and is it Reek or Neek? Okay, it says Unique, but they call him Neek. So I'm looking at this right here. He is going around talking about, yeah, man, there can only be one king, one code, and something else he said. Make sure there are no more bodies, because I'm gonna have to get involved, and then I'll make sure that you doing what you need to do at the top or whatever. So we're gonna see how that plays out right there. How y'all feel about Berg, his partner? We're gonna see how that goes. Of course, we got Kanan Stock right here. Antonio Cruz, I think this is one of the friends, Sean, famous. Yeah, this is one of Kanan's friends or whatever that was with D later on. I mean, he's kind of loud or whatever, But let's talk about Jukebox real quick. Where Jukebox at? Where is she at? Where you at, Jukebox? Where you at? Where you at? Okay, they don't want to put you on the front page. I guess I gotta go a little deeper. But Jukebox, I want to get her name right, because I like her role. I like her performance. Okay, I'm looking on the wrong side. Okay, Haley Kilgore. Oh, she was out there. I'm tripping. Haley Kilgore. She's doing a great job right here. This is she looks beautiful. I hope she's of age. I hope she's not like, well, that doesn't matter. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. Okay, she is. But I'm just saying, this is interesting because, you're seeing her here, but in the show, she looks like a butch lesbian. Not knocking on my butch lesbians, but, that's just what she looks like. Got that jungle fever going on. Also, she's not so sure of herself. She doesn't have either her self-esteem is low or confidence low or a combination of the two. Not knocking her. We all go through that sometime in life. But it's very apparent here, and it's coming through with her performance. It's a really good performance from her. She can sing her ass off. We saw that later on at the end of the episode. Do you think that she had a right to get so pissed off in the clothing store? Because she did look at the price tag. I mean, I understand like the whole, like the overview of it, but she looked at the price tag, was like, oh, like no, like that or whatever. So it appeared that she couldn't afford it, but I like how the white girl apologized. And it's crazy too. Her lifestyle is completely different. Like, man, where I come from, you know, we show everybody we love each other, like them, just by buying them stuff. You know, that's just crazy. Also, Jukebox can negotiate. She's up to selling coats for $250. That seemed way of a price. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those special jackets. I remember back in the day, starter jackets was the hot thing around. You know, at this age, well, I was going to say something that may come across silly, and I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that, so I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. But anyway, who else we got in here? I'm trying to go back on this. Okay, here we go. Who else we got? So Marvin. Oh yeah, okay, Marvin. I like Marvin. He where is he at? Where's Marvin at? I don't know where Marvin is. Oh, okay. London Brown. I don't know who this guy is. He's new to me. Let me see what he's been in before. Okay, Ballers, all that stuff right there. He's an entertaining character to me. You know, at the end of the show, he fought for the white girl. That was kind of interesting. I wonder why. I wish we could have saw how many people were locked up and arrested. He's most likely going to smash her, the white girl, later on. It was interesting that he called her my girl, but you know, he could have just been buttering her up so that he can get her good graces and all that stuff. Yeah, she's gonna be. I'm really interested now to seeing how this is gonna go. I mean, I don't like the white girl. I'm not saying I want them to get married, have kids, and live happily ever after, but they're going to hook up. They're going to smash. And she going to be able to get his homeboys in the club because that was at the back of the line. I think that's going to come back and bite him too when those dudes are like, hey, man, you know, you so-and-so, you need some soldiers, we down for whatever. Like, really? Y'all just going to have this conversation out in the middle of nowhere, out in the middle of everybody in the club line or whatever. Like, yeah, we down for anything. What? Just get away from them or watch them. You're doing too much. You're doing too much right there. So I wonder if that's, well, it has to come circle back around. I don't think they were just going to throw that scene in there for no reason, you know. So now also let's talk about Patina or whatever. Her freaky ass. So she's sexy as hell. She is. She is sexy as hell. I'm not gonna lie. She was putting it on Symphony. But before we get there, Marvin I can't remember if it was Marvin or Lulu. It's probably Marvin. But he came in there talking about, hey, you with my sister or whatever? You better not be. I would have been like, whoa, bro, excuse me? But I like how Symphony handled it. Like, it would have probably took me a while to just shake old dude's hand. I don't care, man. Like, I didn't come at her wrong. You're not finna come at me like that. You know, she's a grown ass woman, whatever. Y'all get it, whatever. But I'm just, first impressions are everything. Okay. And I don't want you coming to her charging me up in my establishment, even if it is a joke. It's just rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? I would have appreciated, but like, hey, if you just would have straight up called with it, like, hey, my name is so-and-so. This is my sister. I heard y'all been going on a couple of days. What are your intentions? You know, don't be I'm going to fuck you up, dude. Nigga. Come on, man. Stop it. That is, but anyway, I mean, nobody's perfect, you know. I'm not either, you know. But, man, I was going to say, I hate to say this, but I never would have thought that they would have made a good match, Symphony and Rock. But apparently they do have some chemistry, at least physically. But there is some chemistry there. They just come from completely different backgrounds, you know, but she's smart anyway. And that's coming through in her performance too. I just, the way she receives information, she's a boss, but I could tell Raquel is a boss, but she knows how to be submissive to a dude that is worthy. And just on the whole, women do need to be submissive to their husbands, but only if he is worth it. I'm not saying every dude is worth it. Okay. So I hope, anyway, I like that though with her performance though. She was just like, y'all know, just the kind of way she was doing her shoulders, and she was like, oh yeah, teach me something. I was like, oh, you can get it. I don't know. It's the little things, man. It's the little things. But I have to say, and I'm pretty sure Larry they're gonna touch on this too, if we ever talk about this, man. Like, if the roles were reversed, that would not be cool at all. Dude would be in jail, throw him under the jail. Like, you know, he was like, hey, you know, I think we should take it slow. And she's like, F that noise, take this ass. You know, I'm like, damn, you know, like, I would have probably obliged her too. But I'm just saying, man, if a woman was like, hey, you know, wait, I like you, but maybe we should wait, you know, F that noise, take this dick. I'm not even trying to make a joke. I'm just saying, like, that would not be okay at all. And so I just kind of find it interesting that, you know, it's okay the other way around. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But overall, guys, let me see. I got my notes right here. I just want to make sure I don't leave anything else out. It's also funny that, what's his name? He's at the safe house, you know, babies, you know, he needs to sit his ass down. Like, I want to be on the streets. I want to be in the corner. No, sit at the safe house, play some video games, you know, get that environment down first. Chill, bro. I don't want you doing no dumb Tariq stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I'm finna, we got the drugs in the back of the store from old dude is beating his wife, which is horrible. We're gonna see how that plays out too. One of them gonna end up dying. I don't know. But the thing is, man, going back to Neek and Rock at the cemetery or whatever they were, and he said we need a body. They did Patina, Rock, put in the hit to Lulu to execute D. It's crazy. I understand why they did it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but at the same time, if they're like, okay, hey, if y'all need a body to not start a war, I mean, he is responsible for, well, either Kanan is, we don't know which bullet, you know, which Kanan or D actually shot him, buck 20, but he is responsible. It also goes back to the cause and effect thing where 50 Cent was narrating, talking about circling back around and stuff like that. So, yeah, and you know, I guess they was like, hey, let me get you some ass because I'm finna blow your head off. I was wondering, like, what is the point of this? Why are they doing this? This dude was walking down the street, finna go watch a bootleg version of New Jack City, and then Lulu come, hey, let's go to the club. Hey, let me get you some ass, you know, and I guess that's the least he can do. But you know, he called Rock and was like, home run. And I was like, damn, ain't that some stuff? So we 2 episodes in, man, and we done got a body dropped each episode. And so it just goes back to where I like the overall message of this show is if you live this lifestyle, you will end up either dead or in jail. So I like it for that reason, because I'm gonna say it every episode, because some people like, I don't like it's promoting drugs and violence and murder and stuff, but it's also letting you know that if you do live this lifestyle, you end up dead or in jail. So anyway, guys, I really did like this episode. That is just my opinion. Whether you agree with me or disagree, let me know down in the comment section below. But be respectful with your comments. I would appreciate that. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff, and click around for any other videos you see popping up for other coverage on my channel. Also, come back to my channel today. If you're watching this Sunday, June 25th, 2021, come back to my channel 6:30 p.m. CST for my Movie News Roundup live show with a bunch of guests coming through. Again, guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.